Welcome to CACTICALMAIN. That's right, gentlemen. Today we're going to be taking a short up-close look between 9mm and 45 ACP. Oof, look at that beef-eating son bitch right there. That's all we're going to be doing today. Is we're going to be taking a look at these two cartridges side by side. Get them back over there. They're little babies. And we'll talk a little bit about them and why we're comparing 9mm and 45 ACP. What about 40 cal? 40 cal sucks. 40 cal's dead. Want proof of that? All gun shops are bragging that they have 40 Smith & Wesson in stock. Well, yeah, no shit. They also have 32 ACP in stock. So what does that tell you about 40 cal? 40 cal's dead. It's right here. 9mm, 45 ACP. A lot of people are bumping over to 10mm as well. But today we are talking about these two. Both of these are Speer gold dots. Let's take a look at the 45 ACP up close and personal real quick. There you go. Used to be a nice brass, but this is a old bullet. Look at that cavity. Look how deep that cavity goes. It's not really showing. You know how I'll show that? Do that real quick with a toothpick. If we can get back in focus. Toothpick. Toothpick go that far down. How about in a 9mm? Toothpick go that far down in 9mm. So, that 45 should go deep. Alright, so there's your close-up 45 ACP. Let's take a look at the 9mm close-up. Head on. This is 124 grain Speer gold dot. The 45 ACP is 230 grain Speer gold dot. Nice, beautiful casing. That's what a young bullet looks like. Nice and shiny. There's the rear end. Just a sweet looking cartridge. Let's put them next to each other. They almost have the same case height, but you can definitely see the little 9mm over here is the skinny. 45 ACP is the chunky one. There they are. Round bottom girls. Alright, let's get into it. Pew pew capacity. Knockdown power. So the 45 ACP is absolutely a larger bullet. Larger bullets typically, if we can stay in focus, larger bullets typically have smaller capacity in pistols. Just the way it is, gentlemen. They weigh more, so the ammo weighs obviously more. Typical bullet size weights for 45 ACP is 180, 185, and 230. I think there's some 210s and 220s. I'm not a 45 ACP guy. I used to be. I had a Glock 36. Loved that little pistol, but I switched over to 9mm probably 8-9 years ago now. Traveling anywhere from like 860 to 960, 980 feet per second. I've been out of the 45 game for quite some time, gentlemen, so I don't know if they have plus P loadings breaking 1,000, 1,100, 1,200 feet per second. I don't know, and that is also dependent on barrel length. Typically, this one right here is 980 feet per second, 960 feet per second, somewhere around there. Equates to tons of energy. Knockdown power, knockdown power. There you go. 45 ACP, typical handgun capacity for these are anywhere from 6 to 15. Now, if you got 15 of these mamma jammas in one magazine, you were carrying like an FNX 45, and that is a monstrosity, but a beauty. But good luck concealing it. Moving on to the 9mm. Typical bullet weights for 9mm range from super light loadings of like 90 grains up to 147, some 165 subsonics. Typically, all of them run supersonic, cracking that sound barrier. You can get subsonic loadings again, like I just said. This is 124 grain. That is my preferred self-defense grain. And again, these are all hollow points, self-defense ammo. Ball ammo typically comes in the same in both for range time. 124 grains. So just about half the weight of that bullet. So in essence, are you really getting 2 for 1 with the 45 ACP? 9mm makes up for that in capacity. Standard full-size handgun capacity for 9mm is 17 to 21 rounds. And the firearm that does hold 21 rounds, 17 to 21 rounds, is smaller than FNX 45. I believe is 15 or 16 45 ACP. So capacity and size. But it's a whole lot smaller. Yeah, but she's screaming typical velocities anywhere from 1,100 feet per second to 1,600 feet per second, depending on how hot of a load it is. Like Underwood ammo has some pretty smoking hot things out there. And again, it is barrel length specific. So let's just say Spear is saying that this 9mm 124 grain plus P is booking along at 1,350 feet per second. Coffee break. Well, if we're shooting it out of a Smith & Wesson M&P Shield barrel, this little itty-bitty snub nose, you're not going to achieve that. Because remember, gentlemen, while the ATF measures this entire thing as the barrel, you're not actually picking up velocity until about right here. So this is your barrel length, really, from here to here. Now, if you're firing out of the M&P 2.0 5-inch barrel, it's still not really a 5-inch barrel because it doesn't really start picking up velocities till right here. But you have that much more powder burn to speed that pill up. So you just remember, always keep that in mind. Barrel lengths. Let's put them next to each other. Flat on the table. We got a bullet trying to escape. Yeah, you definitely have more time right here in the 2.0 5-inch barrel to pick up your velocity and achieve that so-called listed 1,350 feet per second. So if you're out there, you've bought yourself a chronograph and you're testing ammos out and you're like, man, this ain't even come close, take into consideration your barrel length. If you're shooting out of an M&P Shield, you're not going to achieve the advertised muzzle velocity unless it is a specific short, small semi-auto barrel designed peel. Lethality, both get the job done. It is all up to you, gentlemen, on which one you prefer. Do you prefer a big old fatty, or do you prefer a slim little girl? That is your decision, not mine. We're just taking a close look at these beautiful pills, talking about them. Capacity is limited. Weight weighs more. If you're carrying around 1,000 rounds of this, definitely going to weigh more than carrying around 1,000 rounds of 9mm. Capacity, velocities, energy. Obviously, 45 ACP has more energy dump in it than 9mm. 9mm has more velocity than 45 ACP. Not a whole lot more, but it's there. It's more. This is a slow-moving workhorse. This is also a fast-moving workhorse. This design has been around for quite some time, gentlemen. Other than that, there you go. 9mm, 45 ACP. Oh, let's see how close we can get to the camera. Yeah. That daggone. Just look at that. The 45 ACP hollow point looks like you could almost stick the whole 9mm bullet in it. It's close. It's whatever you want. Whichever you prefer is the way to go. 9mm, 45 ACP, 9mm. Beautiful. One thing I will say, subcompact 9mm, the tiny little pocket pistols, absolutely all day long. 45 ACP, I'm seeing that they are starting to come out with those tiny little single stack pocket pickles for 40. Pocket pickles. It's almost like playing pocket pool. Pocket pistols for 45 ACP. Never shot one. Don't really know that I want to. Not that it's a stout recoil, it's not that snappy, but it goes back to the barrel length. I'd much rather have a 1911 with a 5-inch barrel. This obviously isn't a 1911 barrel. Picking up some speed on this 45 ACP pill than a short little stubby. So keep that in mind. Thank you for stopping by Tactical Main. If you like 40 cal, I'm sorry. And we'll see you in the next video. Wait, before we go, make sure you click on one of the affiliate links in the description down below if you want to support the channel. Helps me out. Helps me get more pop out pew pews. Thank you, and see you in the next video.